spike, 6 or 5. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. 1, 2, spike, 1, 2, spike. All together we can spike. Spike is the team now. Spike is the team. We're lucky in the girls. The 7 wonders team now. Come to spike. It's time to work it out. Learn how to spike it. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. Come to spike. We live to play the match. Together's better. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. We'll fly together like no other till we reach the sky. The stream is making join our hands and we will become stars. We do it like a flame that lives in our heart. This flame is lit now. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. All right, up to spike. It's time to work it out. Learn how to spike it. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. Love to spike. We live to play the match. Together's better. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. 1, 2, spike, 6 or 5. 1, 2, spike, 1, 2, spike. All together we can spike.
Spike Team, the fabulous Evertown women's volleyball team. The girls are completing their journey of personal growth and team building. But the Spikes don't only care about volleyball, they care about all sports. The Goddess Olympia's torch, representing sportsmanship, has been extinguished. To light it again, the Spikes have to add a 7th member to their team. We return to find the girls at the Student Youth Olympics 1 year after Francie has joined the team. Their goal is to win the gold. They are set to play in the final against the undefeated Italians. But first, before the match, the Spikes escape to the Valley of the Temples in Agrigento, where the lost temple should be located. Madam A is also on the hunt to find the temple, but for another purpose. She seeks eternal youth. In Agrigento, the Spikes meet a sinister-looking guard who leads them to Zeus's temple. The man turns out to be Matthias, who's been trapped in eternal life. The temple is not the one the Spikes were hoping to find, but they did find great power within themselves. Matthias, also known as Mathena, is released from the curse, and the Spikes are named the new Vestals of Olympia's torch. The Spikes discover that the true temple lies within each of them, the 7 virtues. It's too bad that the girls won't be able to remember what happened. After, Jo finally realizes how important Carlos is to her, but she's too late. But for now, it's time for the Olympics. Thor's hammer flies out from the Russian court. It's one of those diagonals that says Das Vidanya to the opponents. Point for the Russian team conquers the tiebreak for 3rd place at the Youth Olympics.
You were great. Not as great as you.
I kind of feel like they don't like us.
We beat them in the semifinals. Of course they don't like us.
Ready for tonight?
Super ready.
Good. You must win. This way neither of us will have any regrets. Girls, break a leg.
Good luck to us.
No.
Don't
worry.
Come on.
It's okay.
Susan.
Come on,
It's not
Susan.
bad luck.
Where on earth is she?
We've got to start packing in a second.
I say she couldn't take the pressure of the finals and ran away.
Lucky will have to take her place. Who's in charge of doing his lady makeup?
Not me. Beating the Italians would be easier.
Who is it?
Open up.
And those? Mary, she brought us a present.
Whoa.
We're running away.
Not just a present, the present. I made a small modification to our shoes.
Wow, I'm a big fan of sport shoes, and I have to say, these are the coolest I have ever seen.
A humble design by yours truly.
Really? Because it somehow reminds me of...
Yes, the Italians had a similar idea, but I improved on it.
Fantastic! But don't you think it's a little crazy to play with new laces right before the Olympic finals?
Actually, changing anything before finals is not a great idea.
Oh, yes, it's crazy. Totally reckless. And that's why it's a perfect move for us.
That's right.
I like it. That's how I like it.
You got a sec? I know what you're thinking. Lucky's gonna launch into one of his never-ending metaphor-filled speeches.
Here we go.
But actually, I have only one thing to say. I'm proud of you. I'm joking. I do have a speech.
I knew it.
Look into each other's eyes. Look well into the eyes of your teammate, because it is there you will find the extra inch, the missing inch. If we were to play 10 games against the Italians, we would lose 10 times. 100 games, 100 times. And we will lose tonight, too, unless you go that extra inch. The inch that makes us jump higher, spike harder, defend better. The inch that makes us stronger. The inch that makes us uncatchable. But you will not gain that inch by running faster, squatting deeper, hitting stronger. We are not talking about athletic preparation here. You will gain that inch only if every single one of you have Vicky's courage, Anne's perseverance, Patty's spirit of sacrifice, Beth's loyalty, Susan's balance, Joe's strength, and Francie's humility. You'll gain that inch only if you'll be a true team. Look deep into the eyes of your teammate, and to those eyes say this: I am here with you, I am here for you. Only together can we make it. Only together can we go that extra inch. Now go out there and bring me back a gold medal.
Yeah!
Susan, what are you waiting for? You gonna be all right?
It's all good. Go to the court. I need to put my hand on you. Is that okay? Concentrate on your breathing now. Inhale from your nose and exhale from your mouth. You're not at the stadium. You're lounging at the beach with one of Vito's delicious calzones in your hand. Smell the sea. That's good. Now then, listen to your heartbeat. Hear it? It's like a drum. You must slow it down. It's a muscle like the others. It will obey you. Relax your diaphragm. Don't hold the air back. Susan, your teammates will never have a better setter than you. No one has your spirit. For every ball you set tonight, there are infinite options of strikes and schemes. Your heart already knows which is the right one. Like this. Relax your back. Squeeze your muscles. You're like new. Try yourself. You haven't even started yet, and it already looks like you're at a tie break.
Yeah. Thank you.
How are you such an expert in panic attacks?
Because I had one too, before my first professional game. But I didn't have the best trainer in the world there to help me.
Yeah, right.
Ready for the finals?
Yeah.
Awesome! Yeah! Come on, you got this, girls!
The true Lions are here in the court. It's the Youth Olympics Finals, ladies and gentlemen.
See? The Italians can't take their eyes off our
Let's hope they keep doing that during the game. I want to win.
Nice laces.
And Mary designed them. She wanted to do better than you. We all do.
So, break a leg.
You too.
Here we are with the Spike team coach. Lucky, your girls defied every prognostic, making it all the way to the finals.
It wasn't my prognostic.
And what is your prognostic for this game?
Nothing is impossible.
More than a prediction, a strong motto, loud and clear.
The Lions take their positions. Let's see who'll sink their teeth into their rival's neck first. Unusual start for both teams, with their setters in zone 1. The tension rises as we wait only for the referee's signal. We're underway. 10 seconds for Newell, and straight away Robertson attacks. Showing no fear to go for that first. Robertson again. This time Italy counterattacks. And it's blocking out. Ingenious. Great. The home team starts the party. It's on Newell, but this time, middle hitter attacked by Lewitt, but the ball is out. 2-0 Italy. A timid serve, and Lewitt tries but doesn't break through. Concentrated predictability juice. The Italians say thank you and hit back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Super fast from the Italian middle hitter. We would need a slow-mo to see that ball. 3-0 for Italy. And the Spikes coach wisely calls for a timeout before the Italians take off and completely leave the Spikes on the ground.
Don't let them psych you out. It's what they want, to make you give up when the battle has just begun. They're the ones who have everything to lose. They're the favorites. They're playing at home. You have already achieved the impossible. Susan, there are 6 players on the court, not just Joe and Ann. You are not looking at them that fast. You didn't even try blocking it. Eyes on them and unpredictability.
Spike it!
The teams come back. Let's see if the Spikes can manage to erase that 0 that's taunting them from the board.
Set for me, Susie, and I'll put a hole in the ground.
Oh!
Great reception by the Spikes. Bradford bets it all on her opposite, but she doesn't break through. Italy attacks. Set for Robertson. Out, but Italy touched. The Spikes erase that
0. Don't cheer. It was sheer luck. Susan, you haven't made a blood pact with Joe. Mix it up.
Come on, Joe. If you don't take off, neither does the team.
The home team is playing drums, bass, guitar, and keys. A full volume concert that is leaving the Spikes in a daze. The Evertown girls are on a merry-go-round and don't know where to turn. But the board does, and mercilessly marks 12-5 for the first set of the female finals of the Youth Olympics. Timeout called by the Spikes coach.
Where did you read that the only way of scoring is by attacking every single ball? Don't you see the holes they're leaving in zone 3? They're adapting their game to you. You're not. Their movement must dictate your attack. Susan, the narrow diagonal is yours.
And the lobs? Mine. I turned on the time machine. I'll see them before those smarty pants can even stretch their fingers.
Francie is on point. Vicky, leave the line to Francie. Francie, you must vacuum all balls. You are our vacuum today. Spike it.
The teams are coming back, but I can start to smell a repeat of the same story. Let's hope for some twists and turns. A powerful jump serve by the Italians, leaving Lewitt's pants on the floor. Monroe arches like a puma, but the Italians already know where it will end up. Italian counterattack, but Newell wants the Best Libero award. Lob sign Tan Denver in zone 3 and tricolor miracle. This time it's Robertson who tries to surprise, but Italy is ready. Their counterattack hits the Spikes wall. What a point! Is this the beginning of a comeback?
That's it! That's it!
The Spikes are great fighters, but the home team keeps them at bay. For now, they seem to be holding the remote control on this game. Tight ball by Monroe, stealing the attack from Italy. Robertson again, putting another spike in the limp attacks collection. It's a blocking fight. Then another Robertson disaster. The Spikes captain doesn't feel like coming down to play. The only one who hasn't noticed is Redford, who keeps setting for her as if there was no tomorrow. But tomorrow is only a day away. And if they keep on like this, tomorrow we'll see the Italians on the first step of the podium.
Susan keeps doing what she feels like.
Thank you, Susan. I'll try to repay your trust.
Bad reception by Silvestri, saved by Newell, and wet rag floppy attack. Pipe block, an Italian miracle. Now it's the Italians who attack wet rag style, but Silvestri shoots out, and by a mile, it's set for Italy.
Come on, girls. It's only the beginning.
Come on, sis.
Stay calm. My granddaughter will fix this.
She doesn't look like herself.
I know my granddaughter. The best is still to come. Who wants a panzerata?
You came back towards the end and they noticed. They'll try to cut you off immediately to sink your spirits. That means they'll push both in serving and attack. You must be ready and take advantage of that.
How?
Patty, double up with Francie on the inner parallel, while Jo goes by herself on the long diagonal. Vicky, stay in 6 and always take a step forward. You'll cover the middle hitter's spikes and the lobs.
That means we must contain them.
No, you can't just play damage control, you must pull ahead. Then we'll worry about keeping the advantage. In the meantime, bring those points home. Spike it! Susan, remember what I told you before the match? You have infinite options.
The Lions are back on the court. The Italian roar was loud and clear. Will the Spikes keep me out, or will they change their tune? For now, they keep me out. This time, the Spikes are glued to their opponents. Robertson is still MIA. Her teammates must be thinking, Captain, my captain, where are you?
You gotta tell Susan to stop it. Do you want him to go 3-0 again?
She knows what she's doing.
Redford puts it in this time. The Italian opposite leans into it, but Newell is on time like a Swiss watch. Redford looks for her captain, and this time she answers back with the megaphone. An uncatchable diagonal bomb. Only a flash, or is the captain back? The Italian server packs a surprise, but the Spikes don't bite. Robertson again, a powerful missile on the diagonal, but the Italians put their shields up. Outside hitters counterattack. Spike block, and Newell is always there. Dan Dabber fires a dud, but the Italians don't make good use of it. Spikes again, Robertson again, and ooh, what a lob! What a sniper! We were wondering if the captain was back. Oh yes, oh yes.
You know your stuff, Susie.
If they hadn't called the timeout, I would have. I can't bear the tension. Anyone got a chamomile?
Too much room for the diagonal to block. Federico, don't flail with your arms.
They've never lost a set in the whole tournament. I'd say it's about time, right?
Come on,
Push the
go.
serve. Francie, take one step back. It's all yours. Joe, they're expecting your 1,000-mile-an-hour missiles on the diagonal, so attack on the line instead. The pressure will make them clump forward, so attack the back. Spike it.
I ain't a girl that learns a lesson easy. Say what you will if you think it might please me. You call it nice when it's really just easy.
Bazooka shot serve, but Newell's armor is impenetrable. Skull Crasher Robertson shoots on the line this time, but the Italians stay alive. They cannot fight back, and it's Lewis that takes the first tiebreak point.
Yeah! Oh, yeah! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Keep calm, Aunt Mary. Of course I'm calm. Look how cool my shoes are.
The Italians continue their assault, but the Spikes block hold. Silvestri works overtime, stretching and keeping the ball alive. But it's another bazooka shot from Italy. Bradford Miracle. Monroe for Team Denver, who guesses the right diagonal. And for the first time, the home team gives a setup. Incredible!
Susan! My finger! I bent it during the dive.
This is a twist we didn't want to see. The Spike setter seems to be having difficulties. An injury.
I feel like I'm going to vomit.
The massage therapist is evaluating how serious the injury is. If Brentford's game is over, so are the Spike team's hopes to take home the gold.
Hold it tight. It's not serious, but it's a sprain.
Is her game over?
Probably. It depends on how well she can handle pain. With ice, massages, a painkiller, she could be back on court. Maybe in an hour, maybe in a month. I can't say now.
Those girls don't even need a full hour to bury us.
Do what you can. Do you remember the storm in Sardinia? We all worked together, coordinating, navigating just with our eyes, without knowing when or if we'd get out of there. It's the same now. Susan won't play the next set, but she might be able to play the one after, if her finger is a true spike, and if we make this set last.
Is it smart to keep the plays long? Without Susan, the longer they are, the more we risk losing the point.
You didn't understand me. We're going to lose this set.
What do you mean?
Without Susan, we can't win, but the objective is to make the next set never ending. Keep the ball in play as long as possible. Look for long attacks, high arch trajectories. Francie will take Susan's place, and you all will take Francie's. I want defense, defense, defense. We can't lose an attacker from the middle line. When you can, attack from there. Spike it. Are you deaf? Spike it!
Spike it!
The Lions are back on the court, but they are maimed. Bradford is not among them. How very disappointing. We can only hope it's a momentary situation.
How is she?
She'll pull through.
Good to hear. We don't want any advantages.
And with that sentiment, we begin the third set of the female finals of the volleyball games at the Youth Student Olympics. In Venice, at the Piazza San Marco, the Spike team began the game of their lives. The tension is so strong that Susan had a panic attack in the locker room. But luckily for her, Lucky is there. The Italian team played very well. The Spikes improved towards the end, but the first set goes to the Italians. But Joe isn't in the game. Lucky asks Susan to stop setting up for Joe, Joe insists that she continue. Susan repays Joe's confidence by shooting missiles. The second set goes to the Spikes. It's the first set the Italians have given up in the whole tournament. But there's a cost. Susan has injured her finger. In the hope of recovering for the fourth set, the Spikes will do everything to run the clock during the third set. Next time, we'll see who wins. 1-2 Spike, all for fight.